Record. So I'm recording now. So again, the question or what I want you to do is to change all these exterior walls of this small box to curtain walls. So the process is very simple. So when you select the wall, curtain wall is one family of walls, because these opaque walls, they are, we call them basic walls. So there is another family called curtain walls, and there is also even exterior walls. So for curtain walls, there is three types by default generally. I hope you will find them, because sometimes some students, they will not find this kind of things, but most of the time you will find them here. So what you have to do, you have to select the wall that you want to change it to curtain wall, and you select this one curtain wall. I think I've changed the name to one, but normally it's just curtain wall. So this one is the basic thing. So you select it. As you can see, it has become glazing. So the special thing in curtain walls compared to the normal walls is that it has what you call it grid and mullions. And these mullions, they follow the grid. You cannot draw a mullion here, for example. Mullion, that piece of aluminium, you know, you see them in the facades. Like even UCSI, many facades, they have mullions. It's like big glazing, and there is mullions like this, vertical and horizontal. So in Revit, you cannot draw a mullion like this unless there is what you call it curtain grid, which is in architecture here. And by default, the limitations here, they are curtain grid, which means automatically you can create mullion in the limitations. You just select it and you start clicking. Now I will not be able to make one in the middle, as I mentioned, because I don't have the grid. Now how to bring the grid from architecture? This grid, as you can see here, curtain grid. So I select it, and as you can see, there is, it's like I can make it horizontal and I can make it vertical. So I asked you to make it exactly in the middle, either horizontally or vertical. So now I can see Revit knows that this is the middle, so kind of it snaps automatically. So I click once and then I go here. So when I see here, normally it's exactly the middle, I click here. Now I can go back to architecture and I can select mullion, and I click on this one and on this one. I did it for one wall already. Basically the same thing applied to other walls. So again, you select curtain wall, go down, curtain wall, you go to architecture, you can do the mullion, the exterior ones. And then since I asked about the middle ones, so from architecture, there is curtain grid. This one, this one. I know they are in the middle because I can see the numbers. See if you can see them. So again, from architecture, I need to bring the mullions now, since I have the grid of the mullions. So I select mullion. No need to change the type. I will just click this one and this one, and I continue. I will not. I no need to finish the. No need to continue the whole project, because I think I explained the basic thing. Recording. So regarding the chimney, of course, before you start modeling the chimney, you have to understand how this chimney looks like. So as you can see, it's like it contains two elements. So one which starts from the lower level until the very end, upper than the roof, and one which starts from here, then stop in specific height here. So basically, I need to model two elements. Of course, some students, they can go to wall and they try to follow these walls, and but there is another technique how to model this kind of geometry. So basically, you have to go. This one, you have to go click here, and there is place. Sorry, model in place. And when you click model in place, Revit will ask you the thing that you are planning to model, which category you want it to be. For example, if I'm planning to model a door, I have to select door, because always anything Revit, in your model in Revit should be under one category. So of course it's not a door. A chimney is not a door. As you can see, there is many types of things, but basically I will just select wall. I will consider it as a wall because there is no category called ceiling. So basically wall is the closest thing for this element. So I created wall, and then I will call it chimney. Now look, this one is a special thing. It's maybe complicated. As you can see, things here have been changed here. As you can see, the tools that you have, everything has changed, because now it's like we are modeling a new family. Actually, even when you start modeling a furniture, you will see these tools, which you can find them in even SketchUp. Actually, these tools, very basic things to do the modeling, extrusion, blend, these things. And as you can see, you can also approve. You will be able only to approve or to cancel, in order to be able to draw other things. So as you can see, I have the tools here. So I can use extrusion, for example. Which means I can follow the shape here, and then I extrude. So okay, I will use the extrusion, and then as you can see, I have my tools. One second. Sorry, before I have to set plan, because now you see it's not snapping. See, even though I'm not in the corner, but it's not snapping. There is this one, set work plan. So I have to select it, and then I will pick plan, because there is different type how to pick a plan to work on. So you tell Revit, this is the plan I'm working on. So I will pick plan, click OK, and then I will select this. So basically now, as you can see, it's snapping now, and it's very important to make it snap. Otherwise, it will not be precise. So now I have the tools to draw. I will draw this shape. I follow. As you can see, I use always my keyboard to orbit. But actually, I have to go until here. I should not follow this one, because I know the height of this one will go upper. Okay, and now I can press OK, because since it's extrusion, I will see the shape. See, I can see the shape of my extrusion already. And as you can see, there is too many kind of rectangles. Sorry, triangles. But I can use them to scale or to change the size of my extrusion. And one of them is going vertical, this one, as you can see. So this one, I can use it to go up high, in the high. Of course, this height, it depends. I think it stopped something here. Of course, you have to see, it depends on, no, it stopped something here. So you have maybe to go to the elevation. And as you can see, we have our, for example, here I have my section. So I stop here basically. Of course, I can go back to my 3D, and and I will click finish model. So now I did just one part here. So I still need to do this part. So same thing, I will go to, I can do it from here. So I will go to model in place, components model in place. I select wall, should be wall, and then maybe part 2, Chimney part 2. And same thing, I select extrusion, and now I will draw a rectangle since I have to set the plan. As you can see, I cannot snap, so I have to set the plan. Pick plan, and I draw this. Now, as you can see, there is 2 openings here. So basically, in order to make these 2 openings, if you draw something else inside this rectangle, they will be considered as opening. This one is simple. So now I can just click like this, and I go up. Of course, this student has many problems. He normally, even this floor, it should go this way. So please, you should not consider what is happening in the project, because this project has too many mistakes. You can see the floor is going outside here, so it's not really clear. So this one should not be open here. So this one, if I go to east, basically something like this. So can use as you can see, they are exactly the same height. Now I can accept, or so now as you can see, I have my chimney and it's open here, but actually I still need to close it here. Because now if I see here, it's closed. And even in the images that I gave you, because many times I always ask you to go to the images, because the images will give you a better idea always. You see here in the how things looks like this kind of little stair. Of course, it's not stair, so it's maybe it's for aesthetic. It has no function, I think. Or okay, I think in the section we can see it. See, because well, maybe there's an opening, because it's like double chimney. It's like they can put fire here also and here, so there is no problem, because smoke will go up always. So basically this smoke will go up, this smoke will go up. But as you can see, there is openings here, because now what I did in my project, if I go to 3D, basically it's closed. Well, this one is open actually. This one is open. Sorry, where is it? This one. See, it's open the whole okay, let me just isolate them so you see better, because there is this isolate elements. See how they are now? Basically they have to be closed. Basically here they should be opening, and here, but in this elevation, this area, it should be closed. It should not be open like this. Now how to close it? And here also should be closed. So here it's easy. I can add 1 second. I can click edit in place, and I can add more elements. For example, let's say I want to close it from here, so I can click extrusion. I select plan, so basically the plan should be this one, and I draw something like this. So I draw another rectangle here, and like this. So it has become a closed. Maybe I will make it less. I close it here already. I have to close it here also. It depends on the dimension, and me, I will not measure now, but you have to measure in the section how much is the opening here. And normally there is an opening here also. As you can see here, there is an opening. And here there is an opening. Let's say it's 1 meter, for example. So basically there is a wall which will make it closed from this side. So we go back to my 3D. I believe there should be wall like this. So how to model it? Extrusion again. I set the plan. So basically the plan should be this one now. This one or this one or this one. So because I will draw this side. Should be something like this. And here also I think there is of course you have to measure. Now if I isolate, if I reset temporary hidden isolate, as you can see, I can see the opening of my chimney here. And the good thing, I'm not really sure why in the section it's open here also, because it's not accessible, this one. So why it's not open? Why it's open? Okay, so to make things simple, we just make it open from here. We don't bother a lot. We just make it open from here. So this means if I go to my 3D, I will isolate this again. I will go here and isolate element. Sorry. This one. Isolate. I will just close this one. So I have to do, I will click edit in place. I will select this and I will close it this side. I will just keep it open from here. Now I will reset. I know some of you, they are saying, oh my God, it's complicated, the chimney. Me, I'm trying, I have shown you the technique. Of course, I didn't measure anything, but you have to measure. You have to measure. So this one, you don't really consider this one, this opening. You just make it closed. I don't know, as you can see, probably this element should be in the interior actually. This one. I think it should be somehow here. So if I'll go like this. Trick. I think it looks like here. I will finish and I will bring them back again, everything again. So like this, you will not feel cold in the winter. Of course, there is still small element, this one. You have to find a way how to do it. I have basically have all the tools and all the techniques how to model this kind of things. So you have to find, maybe you can use small floors, maybe you can use the same, what I did now, how did I model the chimney? It's up to you, it's not really, but you try to model it here, I think. I know, it's a little bit complicated, this chimney, but it's okay, I'm recording.